This is Kicks Country TV. More from the Kicks Country Video Vault.
The new Kicks Country 98.7. It's Clay Walker. She won't be lonely long. I'm JT, and in studio, we are here with Alan and Sue Wheeler. They are the folks that kind of got the ball rolling and drove the trucks up to Keansburg, New Jersey. Care for Keansburg. We were just last week doing our live broadcast at Palm Coast Ford. We had gone from one truck to two trucks, and we're kind of giving you a follow-up so you know what happened when things got there and so on. And we have just a few more folks we want to give shout-outs to, we want to thank, and we also want to tell people, because of some overages, what's happening with those goods and so on. So back to Alan and Sue. Give it up, everybody.
Thank you, JT.
You got it.
The thing that we're doing now is we've had so many generous people giving us food and clothing and things like that. Our two trucks, as you know, were overloaded, as we mentioned earlier.
Yep.
We are going to be interfacing with Melissa Holland. She does the feed flagler.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to be getting those goods to the proper people who need them the most. And I just wanted everybody out there who did give to this effort that it's still going strong. And I think Sue has something to say about that as well.
Yes, we are going to go do another trip up there December 15th. What we would like to bring is toys for the children. Let's bring Christmas to Keansburg. They lost their homes. Let's at least give them Christmas.
I think that's a great idea. You also, kind of in closing, had a great story about one woman in particular that was bringing stuff to you guys, I guess, like every day, and kind of set you off on the right foot, too.
Yes. Grandma Cindy.
Grandma Cindy.
She makes the best homemade fried chicken. Secret recipe. She brought us out iced tea, homemade bread. I love you, Cindy Grandma. Thank you so much.
I have a word on that, too, by the way. She said the recipe, she would not divulge the recipe. It was secret. And I've got to tell you, it's the best fried chicken I've ever eaten and bread. So, you know, in these efforts, you meet a lot of people from different walks of life. I met two fellas in black suits that worked for the government. As we speak, they're waterboarding Grandma Cindy. And I think by the end of the day, they're going to have at least a partial recipe for me.
There will be congressional investigations.
There will be.
Yeah.
But, you know, if we've got a little extra time, I'd like to talk about a person. I don't know if your radio station was apprised of it. It's a story that Paul Suma, who's one of the key people in this.
At Palm Coast Ford.
Coast Ford.
Yep.
Was holding down the fort while we were out running errands or doing what we do. And a lady came up several times and came back again with an Elmo doll. Have we heard the story about the Elmo doll yet?
I haven't heard this.
Okay,
no,
this is a good one. So
keep it clean, though, Alan.
Oh, no, absolutely.
After the whole waterboarding thing, don't be waterboarding Elmo.
No, I'll try not to.
Okay.
So she comes up with this Elmo doll with a tear in her eyes, and as it turns out, she's a retired. If I get this a little bit wrong, it's secondhand, but
gotcha.
I've got the gist of it.
Okay.
So she's a retired school teacher, and on her parting day, the students of that middle school
At Keansburg
gave her an Elmo doll. And the reason why they gave her the Elmo doll is to put on her dashboard to lead the way. So this was really tough for me to bear. And so there's the Elmo doll sitting in the dashboard of the truck I was driving.
Oh, man.
And I said, certainly I'll bring that doll up. But what we didn't realize, it's a talking Elmo doll. And so when we got about 30 miles out, Sue squeezes it, and it says only a few things. One of the things it says is, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" The other thing that it said is, "Elmo needs a potty break." So, you know, as I said, we took 30 hours. We would have made it 24.
Wait a minute. Excuse me. JT needs a potty break. No, go ahead.
So anyway, we get this doll up there, and we're talking to some of the folks there, and we met a lovely lady for which I apologize. I can't remember her name, but she had a lovely little daughter, 11, 12 years old. We told her the story of the Elmo doll. She cried. The little daughter cried, and we handed the Elmo doll over.
Yeah.
Well, we had a pizza night that night. They insisted that we sit down and break bread with them, and they gave us several places that we could go to, and they wanted dinner on them. Well, we're from New Jersey, and people from New Jersey know the best pizza comes from Jersey. So I said, you know what? I've got to have pizza. Is it a good pizza parlor? And they said yes. So we went over there, and it was like, and I when I answered the email to the mayor, I said, it's like a Norman Rockwell painting. It's an old pizza parlor, but the whole community's there, and they know each other. As we're having this pizza, towards the end of the meal, the little girl makes herself available in our sight and looks at Sue and waits for a moment and walks up and says, "I think you should have this doll to lead you back home." And at that moment,
man.
at that moment, the table was silent, and all Sue could do, with her eyes welling up with tears, was take the doll and give the girl a hug. So I'm stuck with Elmo.
I love Elmo.
And so all the way back, did you hear, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
It's
No,
same
he
thing.
tuned into rockin'.
I performed
rocking
a minor operation on him.
Alan and Sue Wheeler, thank you guys so much for all you did for Keansburg, and that continues, and we appreciate you being in this morning.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having us.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
You too.